I want us to listen to a Kikuyu lady who is making some very disturbing prophecies against William Samoei Ruto. But before we listen to the lady, let me start by saying this. For those who have been keenly following me here, not once, not twice, but on several occasions, I've always maintained that 2027, if the status quo was to remain the same, the race will be between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Whether Rigathi will be on the ballot or not, he will be calling shots in the opposition. If the opposition goes ahead to win 2027 presidential election, Rigathi will be the person calling shots in that government. Rigathi and William Ruto formed a government, and he was in government for about 2 years. We all know how Rigathi Gachagua behaved when he was a strong deputy president. We all know, we are all Kenyans. I won't be wrong to say that Rigathi Gachagua was the face of impunity in William Ruto's government. No doubt about that, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyans are now rebelling against William Ruto, saying they want good governance. Let me ask you a question. Can Rigathi Gachagua be the option? Can Rigathi Gachagua, who openly said this is a shareholding government, can such kind of a person be an option? The answer is a very big no. And it's very interesting that some Kenyans have already started falling for Rigathi Gachagua's tricks and lies. I'll not be helping anybody if I'm just doing a political analysis, but I'm not calling out these things. Rigathi Gachagua is 1,000 times worse off than William Samoei Ruto. If today Rigathi Gachagua and his team forms the government, whether he will be the president or not, there is no Gen Z who will be allowed even to protest on the streets. No Kenyan will ever be allowed to criticize any government with Rigathi Gachagua. My people perish for lack of knowledge. It's very true. Kenyans have got very short memories. And come the next election, they will most definitely elect worse off leaders than even William Samoei Ruto. And that's why in this forum, we don't go with waves. We stick to the truth, and we only speak that truth. Rigathi Gachagua cannot be an option. Any Kenyan who has all along cried on the streets, saying haki yetu, it will be foolhardy for you to take to the streets being tear-gassed when you have a wonderful opportunity of being in a government. It will be foolhardy for you to take to the streets saying one term or being tear-gassed while you have a wonderful opportunity of being part of the Kenyan government. And when I say that, I'm not campaigning for anybody here. It's also true, William Ruto has failed to deliver. But we must get the best. We cannot come from a failure to another failure. If Kenyans cannot support a credible candidate, William Ruto will be far much better than this team being led by Rigathi Gachagua. We were told of an oath that was taken in 1969. An oath that the laws were not to rule. That oath has always divided the Luo community and the Kikuyus. And that's the truth. And it still divides these two communities to date. There seems to be a looming oath, a new oath to be taken. Listening to some individuals speak, it convinces me that maybe another oath is being taken. Listen to this Kikuyu lady, after which we are going to put everything into perspective. Listen to this.
Kesho Ruto atakatwa shingo, Mungu atamkata shingo na mulishie mapaka. Hiyo ujumbe iko State House. So it's upon Ruto to choose to apologize 77 times. That is why Sabasaba is key. 77 times Kenyans will forgive him, but he has to return what he has stolen from this country. And then it will cascade downwards up to the last person who has stolen. And anybody who steals going forward, watashikwa na leprosy, kwa makende, ama wajazwe inaitwa aje ile simiti, katika sehemu zao za siri ama nyeti, kama yeye ni mwanamke.
Kazi ipo. Labda unapozungumzia kwamba mambo kama haya yatafanyika katika sehemu zao za siri, labda how sure ama ni ujumbe huu umeutoa wapi labda?
Uliponiambia nijiintroduce, nilikwambia majina zangu, nikakwambia mimi ni Grace Mweni Njogu.
Let's put that into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Thus, a Kikuyu lady professing death on William Samoei Ruto. We are all Kenyans. There is no need of beating about the bush. That lady hates Ruto, not that Ruto has failed to deliver, but because William Ruto impeached Rigathi Gachagua. And because William Ruto brought Raila Odinga and some laws into his government. That's why that lady is professing death on Ruto. If today Rigathi Gachagua rejoins Ruto's government, they will all sing and praise Ruto. They will all be saying 2 terms. When will Kenyans learn and understand these things? The Kikuyus have tasted power. They know how sweet power is. These Kenyans who have never tasted power, they still don't understand it. That's why they have a wonderful opportunity of being in government, but they are still listening. They are still allowing themselves to be misled. It's very unfortunate hearing maybe a Luo, a Luya, a Kisi, a Masai, a Taita, somebody from Coast, Ukamani, saying 1 term. And we are saying 1 term, not knowing how that 1 term is going to end up. The 1 term will end up by all these opposition politicians, the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka and his team, being coerced into supporting Rigathi Gachagua. That's how all this thing will end up. If Rigathi Gachagua is serious, he wants other Kenyans to lead. He should declare that right now. Not telling everybody to campaign, after which they will now nominate their candidate. No. Rigathi knows that he commands more ethnic votes than all these other leaders. And after their campaigns in their various parts, Rigathi will emerge as the most popular simply because of the mountains vote. And by that time, it will be too late for these opposition leaders to abandon the opposition. They will all be coerced. They will all be forced into supporting Rigathi Gachagua or another Kikuyu candidate. That's what I'm against here, ladies and gentlemen. And not that I'm against the Kikuyu nation, but I'm against two ethnic communities rotating power between themselves. Kalenjins and the Kikuyus. It's high time other Kenyans also to be supported for the top seat. The mountain said, huyo mwizi ndio tunataka. Why are they now cursing and even professing death on that God-given president? They told everybody. Kenyans should and must wake up. They should not allow themselves to be boxed into some ethnic cocoons. They should not allow that. A Kenyan was all along sang haki yetu on the streets. This is your time, a wonderful moment for you also to feel that warmth in the government. And from where I sit, if I had that opportunity, I would advise William Ruto to be more brutal. This is now too much. You can't have somebody professing death on the president, and that person is still free. This is madness, ladies and gentlemen. This is anarchy. This is unacceptable. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.